Okay, so welcome to the second session of the AI for Marketing and Business Growth Accelerator program. Today, we'll be diving deep and deeper into the world of artificial intelligence, mostly for business. Now, what we'll be covering today is very, very important. If you have a business or you are planning to have one, or you want to sell any form of product or service online or even offline, you will find this very, very helpful. Now, there is something I did not mention in the last class, and it is the fact that if you do not have a business right now and you are trying to offer a form of service, maybe to other businesses, it might be AI related or not AI related. That's one category. And that category is even if you are, let's say, a career professional currently employed and working somewhere, please, what we'll be covering in this session, I'll just give you a tip, right? What we'll be covering in this session, this is what you should do. If you work in an organization or company right now, we'll be creating like a retrieval system, kind of. I want you to also do that for your business. I'm sorry, for the company you work at right now. Do it and show it to one of your senior colleagues or your boss at the workplace, right? They will find it fascinating and amazing. So please have that in mind, even if you're a career professional, right? So please also do this. Okay, so let me share my screen and we can take it from there. Okay. Present. Okay, so like I said, this is session 2, and what I'll be covering in this particular session is more of context, right? Context. Everything we are doing today will be like the foundation of every other thing we'll be doing throughout this program and even for your business. It is like the most important thing. And if you have been in any of my programs, I've always said this, context is king. So context can be derived in different manners or in different ways. So I will show you 3 different ways. If you're a part of GAL, Generative AI Launchpad, we already covered some of these things. But in this particular program, you would actually be using it. Now, how many of you attempted the bridge exercise that you were given? Let me know if you have done that bridge exercise. Very important because we'll be using it now. You can just raise your hand. Let me see. Okay, let me join here. Let me know we have it covered. Okay, I'm seeing just one hand up. Okay, 3. So just 3 people attempted the exercise. Now, here is the thing. The exercise you'll be doing throughout this program is not an exercise you need to submit to me. I don't need it. It is for you, for your business, right? So it is either you do it or you don't do it. I'm not marking any assignment, but then it should help you implement everything you'll be learning. Recording in progress. Okay, good. All right, so we'll be starting with context. We'll be starting with context, and I'll be using the same slide I use in GAL. So take this as a form of revision. This, at least this first part, as a form of revision before we take it to another level. Let me see. Okay, good. Present. So if you have gone through the replay of GAL, especially the second session, right? This was what we covered. So I don't want to assume everybody understand what it is, right? So context is basically you providing relevant information to AI or any ChatGPT, any AI tool you are using. I hope there is no feedback because I joined with another device. I hope there is no form of feedback because I can hear myself talking right now. Is the audio okay? Let me see. No feedback. Okay. Meeting system message for those who joined or left have been disabled. Okay, good, good. All right. Thank you. Thank you all for the response. So it's just my issue then. Okay. Okay, good. Now, for those that just joined, let me just recap something briefly. So I said in the last class, I did not mention this. So if you're a career professional working somewhere, right, in a company, an organization, anywhere, what you're about to do today, please also do, even if you're a career professional. You can do this for your business, for the company you are working with, right? It will help the company, it will help you as a person working in the company, and it could also give you some form of leverage because it will be something interesting for people to use within the organization, right? So um, just take note of that. All right, so context, like I said, is to provide relevant output to whatever AI tool you are using. And I'll not be going through this. This was just used in the GAL program. Now, I do give this illustration, right? Now, assume or imagine there are 100 people. Okay, right now we have about 20 people on this call, right? Now let's assume every one of you are into the same business. You're offering the same, like you're into the same business, and you also have access to the same AI, to the same AI to let's assume ChatGPT in this case. Now you are both in the same business, you have access to the same tool. Now the question is, if you want to use ChatGPT for your business, how exactly do you intend to stand out, right? How do you ensure whatever thing, even if all of you are still entering the same prompt, how do you ensure um, your own output that ChatGPT will give you is different from what it will give the other 19 people on this call? This is where context come into play, right? So probably your own story is different, your background story is different, your mission is different, you are driven by something else. All of these things are context. Now, over the years, I've developed this framework. When I say over the years, like 2 years now, so it is not new. It's been a while. I developed CIA framework, and this is how it works, right? To prompt. Now there are so many prompt engineering courses and all of those things out there, right? Why they are good? If you just need to craft good prompt very fast and also very effective, CIA framework will always work for you, right? So basically, the idea is this: provide context, right? Provide context. When I say context, context could be details that AI won't have. For example, right? Um, let's say we want to use ChatGPT for writing a blog post about Genibit. Now, if you just go to ChatGPT and type Genibit, it might not know about Genibit. Maybe because you have been existing for some period of time now, it might have, but normally it is not supposed to have unless it is trained on that data, right? So context is basically providing information that the AI does not have access to. That is one. So it could be data, it could be information, it could even be some form of I don't want to say instruction, not to confuse you with the instruction here, but then instruction could also be some form of context, right? Now, that is context. Now, the I part is you now telling it what you want it to do. For example, I talked about JennyBit. Now, if I want to follow CIA framework using write a blog post about JennyBit using CIA framework, what I would do is this. I'll provide context. Okay, JennyBit is an edtech. Which calling me? Sorry. Who is this? Uh, I'm so sorry. My pops is calling me. Sorry. Let me just. Nah, this is bad. Let me. Oh, my Mac is connected to my laptop, to my phone rather. So let me go off here. Let me cancel. Hold on. How do I pause this thing? Can you all hear me now, please? Can you all hear me? I just told him I'm
Yes,
having a meeting now. If I did not answer, he will not, he will keep calling. Okay, okay. All right, thank you. Sorry about that. Sorry. Okay, so I was saying something. Who can remind me where I stopped? Saying something. Okay, this is how I will know if you are following. Where did we stop, please? What was I saying?
the last thing you said was instruction, like telling
Okay,
ChatGPT what to do.
okay, yeah,
Was very
thank you. So, in case I want to write a blog post about JourneyBit, the context would be JourneyBit is an edtech company in Poland, bridging the gap uh, between traditional not learning and you understand. I'll just give some details about JourneyBit that I think or I know ChatGPT does not have. Then the instruction will now be I want you to write 300 words article optimized for a particular keyword, right? So that would be the instruction. I'm just freestyling right now, right? So I've given it the context. Uh, okay, what am I showing? Can you see my screen? Okay, I think it can't. Let me resume. Okay, I can see it now. Now, that will be the instruction in a way. Now, append output format. Now, for the output format, is you just saying, okay, this is the structure or layout or format you want the output to look like. So in my case, I could say, okay, for uh, the titles, use H1 tag, right? For bullets, use the bullet symbol. And I could just specify some other things based on the output. And in some cases, it's not just about specifying what you want to see at the output. Sometimes you want to specify what you do not want to see. How that makes sense? Now, this class is not about prompting in general, but of course, I need to still cover it. So this is what I would advise you do, right? If you haven't watched that session, go check it out, especially session 2 of Generative AI Launchpad. Go check it out, please. Go watch it. Very, very important. But I want to believe most of you have watched it because I talked about you going to watch that replay over and over again. So I'll not be going through all of this, right? I'll not be going through all of this. I've just given you a skeletal explanation of what CIA framework does. Okay, let's just walk through this example, right? So you can see context. It tells the AI who, what, and why, leading to more accurate and relevant responses. So you can see here, context could be you providing business information, It could also be personal information about yourself. So it depends on what you are doing or the projects you are working on. Or it could also be about project. Now, let me also share something, right? Now, when I'm thinking of context or even thinking of using AI, not just for getting quick answer, right? I do classify it into three. So it is either about business or brand or about myself, personal stuff right now, or about a project. How that makes sense? So it could be okay about the business, which is JennyBeat, about myself, okay, I'm the CEO of JennyBeat. Meanwhile, the last time I introduced myself as the Chief Growth Officer, right now I'm the CEO of JennyBeat. So now I could also want to write, probably I'm trying to apply to be a speaker at somewhere and I want to use ChatGPT, right? So I can provide information about myself. So that is personal. Then it could be project wise. For example, we are launching a new product, we are trying to enter a new market. That is a project. So product project. So those three boxes, just think about it whenever you are trying to use ChatGPT for something. Most times they fall into those three brackets. And what we'll be doing in this particular session, the essence is to help you automate your context, because that is the only way you get the most out of AI tools like ChatGPT, right? So that is just a brief introduction of what context or CIA is. You can see the context right now, and then we have instruction, you telling it what you want it to do. So it could be it helping you to do market research, right? Just like we did the last time. It could be helping you write a social media content, to analyze something, to generate an image. It could be anything. That is, you telling it what exactly you want it to do. And the last one here, as you can see, is the format. Present information in bullet point, output in a table format or tabular format, limit the rest. We can see, I said not just what you are interested in or what you want it to do. You can also specify, let me take this off. You can also specify what you do not want. You can see limit the response to 150 or take out anything that has to do with this. You understand? So it could be anything. So by now, I just want to assume you have an idea of what context are. You were explain. Okay. This was now this is the first exercise we'll be doing today. Okay, so look at an example of CIA framework. Context here, details about Vitanest. Instruction, I want to create a 14 days content to introduce this. Then append output format. You can see output in a table and also include a column for date and days. Now, okay, so the first tags I want you to all attempt right now is this. Now, let me see if I can. So for those that have, why is it not typing? What? 10 minutes to end this meeting. Did you all see that? Hello? Is it showing 10 minutes at your hand as well? Yes, no. Nah, this can be right. We are using hold on, let me pause this first.